Nintendo has released a trailer finally announcing the Switch 2. The trailer, which starts with the original Switch, gradually transforms the console into the Switch 2. Going by the trailer, the Nintendo Switch 2 has a new design with more rounded edges. The trailer also showcases new hardware features like the new kickstand, which allows the console to lay down at a greater angle than its predecessor. The Joy-Cons also have a new mechanism to connect to the Switch 2, using a new connector that plugs directly into the Joy-Cons for charging purposes. There's also a new trigger mechanism to disconnect the Joy-Cons from the main body of the Switch 2. And finally, the right Joy-Con features an additional button, the details of which are currently unknown. Regarding visual design, the display design is completely black, aside from a few colors to accentuate accents. The left and right Joy-Cons have blue and orange accents on the edges and bordering the analog sticks. The trailer also gives us quick glimpses at the new dock of the Switch 2, which features rounded corners at the top and a lower profile design where more of the console will be visible when placed in the dock. Much like the original Switch, the Switch 2 will also feature an attachment allowing players to use the Joy-Cons as a singular controller for docked gaming. According to the trailer, the Nintendo Switch 2 will be fully backwards compatible with its predecessor, with physical and digital copies of Switch games supported. However, it does note that certain titles may not be supported or compatible with the Switch 2. More details will be revealed later, but at least Nintendo Switch Online users can still run the service.
Did you say something? So long! Oh yeah!
A more in-depth look at the console and its capabilities will be revealed during a new Nintendo Direct on April 2nd. Following the showcase, cities worldwide can go hands-on thanks to the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. As part of the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, those in Paris and New York can play from April 4th to April 6th, followed by April 11th to 13th in London and Los Angeles. Berlin, Milan, Dallas, and Toronto are next from April 25th to 27th. While Madrid and Amsterdam can go hands-on from May 9th to 11th. Tokyo can try it from April 26th to 27th. Melbourne can go hands-on from May 10th to 11th, and Seoul from May 31st to June 1st. Dates will be announced for Hong Kong and Taipei later. It is worth noting that despite finally giving us a look at the Switch 2, Nintendo hasn't yet announced any games for the console, except one which we will talk about in a bit. This lines up with previously reported rumors that indicated that this announcement would be primarily focused on the hardware of the Switch 2. So Nintendo didn't reveal any new games, specs, or even pricing for the console, promising a Direct in April with more details. However, it did feature Mario Kart running in the background. Why is this important beyond confirming that the Switch 2 supports Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Well, as some have pointed out, this may not be the same game due to different character models and a more open track. Donkey Kong's look also resembles that of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. There are also 15 racers on screen over the usual 12, meaning that Nintendo can support more racers on its new console. Whether it's 18, 20, or 24 remains to be seen, but the possibilities for Chaos and Salt are definitely intriguing. Other companies, however, are rumored to be working on games for the Switch 2. Switch 2 ports of visually impressive titles like Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, and Flight Simulator 2024 are rumored to be in development.
And now you're going to pay! I'm a director, and you will show me the Errors detected. Immediate correction following.
Now, as far as specs are concerned, we have no official confirmation from Nintendo. However, a report from WCCF Tech claims that the Nintendo Switch 2 GPU will run at 1.71 teraflops in handheld and 3.1 teraflops when docked. According to WCCF Tech, the Switch's GPU will be able to hit a clock speed of 561 MHz, which would roughly translate to around 1.71 teraflops, a measurement of how many floating point operations hardware can complete in a second. This is for when the Switch 2 is used in handheld mode. Docked mode, on the other hand, will offer a considerable power boost, doubling the clock speed up to 1000 MHz, coming in at around 3.1 teraflops. According to the report, the Nintendo Switch 2 is rumored to be running on an NVIDIA Tegra 239 SoC, which is considerably less powerful than the last few generations of desktop processors and GPUs. On the other hand, the hardware is still a considerable upgrade over the original Switch. While these numbers do give us a useful look at the potential power behind the hardware, it is worth noting that real-world use cases for the power tends to be different. Going by the relatively lower power of the hardware in the upcoming Switch 2, it looks like the previously rumored image upscaling in the console will see quite a bit of use when it is launched. So what is that upscaling solution? Discovered by industry insider Laura Kate Dale on Blue Sky, the patent, which can be checked out on an official website, reveals details of how the Nintendo Switch 2's hardware decoder will work. It depicts a game's engine seemingly working with a neural network to output graphics at higher resolutions. Among other things, the patent indicates that the Switch 2 will have its own take on NVIDIA's DLSS feature, using a special chip developed by NVIDIA to run higher resolution games than would be possible on current Nintendo hardware. Some of the examples in the patent filing indicate outputting 540p images to 1080p, for instance. One of the more interesting bits, as pointed out by Dale, is how this will be used to reduce game size, fitting them on smaller capacity physical media. The example given is that a game with native 4K textures might need a 60GB download, with a 1080 native version might only need 20GB, which would allow it to fit on a 32GB Switch cart, the current max size Nintendo produces for Switch 1.
Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
These reports have indicated that the Switch 2 will be equipped with a neural net for AI-based image upscaling, which will allow lower resolution visuals to be rendered at 1080p or even 4K without losing too much fidelity or clarity. It must be noted that all of these reports are rumors and speculations at this point, and Nintendo has not confirmed any of these reports. Take them with a grain of salt. There are still a lot of unknowns regarding the Switch 2, but at the very least we are aware of its basic features, like backwards compatibility and its bigger size. Hopefully, pricing, launch lineup, and release date will be revealed during the upcoming Direct in April. It will be interesting to see when Nintendo actually launches the console. Our assumption is that it will be launching in June of this year, but Nintendo can push it back. Another factor will be the pricing. Will Nintendo price it at $449 USD or higher? Well, time will tell. One thing is for sure, between GTA 6 and Switch 2, it's an exciting time for players. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.